No matter what side of the pond you were on, either the UK or across in America, when you look at the political discourse, it always seems to be the jobs for the boys. It always seems to be the same characters loitering around for years and years. You've only got to look at the recent appointment of David Cameron straight into the House of Lords, which all of the political parties claim they want to abolish, although it's served a purpose in this case and shuffled into a cushy cabinet position. You look over in America, similar things go on. If you believe that this is wrong and this should change, subscribe to the channel because you'd be in agreement with certainly me and several others. Now, a few years back when Donald Trump got elected to office, it sent shockwaves through the establishment, didn't it? Because he wasn't one of them. He was this controversial businessman that was in probably the most powerfulest job in the United States of America. And all of a sudden, there's this campaign to get him out. And when I mention the establishment, I mean government, I mean media, I mean all of the parts and pieces that all go together. And you had the likes of Piers Morgan and other news outlets, you know, like the one he works for, who were trying their best to demonize Trump in any way, shape, or form they could and get anyone in his place. Happens to be Biden. Now, a few years down the road, we're licking our wounds with all this, aren't we? Because it's clear that Biden is a senile old man and he really needs to be in another house and not the white one. And we're seeing the Piers Morgans of the world writing articles to that effect, probably looking at the situation thinking, Jesus, when is this going to end? I know I certainly am, and I'm a Brit, not an American. Now, Colorado have come up with an interesting ploy to try and scupper and stop Trump, along with everything else. Do you call it the nuclear option or not? But this is the crux of it. Colorado's Supreme Court has ruled that Donald Trump cannot run for president next year in their state, citing a constitutional insurrection clause. The court ruled 4-3 that Mr. Trump was not an eligible candidate because he engaged in an insurrection over the US Capitol riot nearly 3 years ago. Now, they're looking at Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which allows them to disqualify a presidential candidate. The measure was ratified after the American Civil War to block successionists from returning to previous government roles once southern states rejoined the Union. So it's an age-old part of the Constitution they're using to try and block him. Now, do you think they're going to succeed with this? Do you think this will spread around the other states? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that the court case or court cases he's involved in will succeed in blocking him from the White House? Do you think he'll get in there at all? Or do you think there's someone else waiting in the wings? It's all very complicated. And, you know, my knowledge of American politics isn't that great. I'll be the first to admit it, but they don't look in a very good state over there. They really don't. I feel for all of them. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen next, particularly if you're an American viewer of this channel. I know there are some, and I look forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, if you want to see another one of my videos on this kind of subject, start with that one there. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.